Jacyo Octane T30F here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. This is their best-selling big octane as compared to the Octane Super Lights. There's a huge difference between the families there. I got sun absolutely blinded me here right now. Let me get around this thing for a second. Visit the link in our video description that says check for price and availability. You can see if we have one in stock available, what we're asking. We don't do hidden dealer fees, but we do everything else, such as hitching, pieces, parts, trades, financing, truck and trailer package deals, and everything in between, including RV delivery. So doesn't matter where you live, guys. We can make these things happen. Where the easiest way I can boil this down quickly, and then I'm going to go into far more depth, is where the Octane Super Light, which is that guy right over there. That is a wood skeleton toy hauler. It's basically a wide-body J-Flight toy hauler, if you're familiar with the J-Flight series. By contrast, this is more like a wide-body Eagle toy hauler, to kind of boil it down simply. You'll actually notice they literally started using Eagle's exterior color packaging on this. Now, when you're sitting here looking at it, I call it grayish. It's maybe some kind of taupe. It's not champagne, it's not gray. If you sit it next to an RV that's gray or champagne, you can see it's not that. It's a really interesting grayish in-betweener. These are 102 wide body. So not even 100-inch wide body, they are 102 wide body to give you max width here. We do have an Onan 5500 generator up front here in that side compartment to give you, the freedom to take your RVing and your travels anywhere and everywhere. And again, very much like a fifth wheel. This is, in many respects, this is what I call a flat deck fifth wheel, because it just doesn't have a gooseneck up to the bedroom. We've even got the nicer upgrades you find on fifth wheels, like the SantaCon dump station here. If you're not familiar with that, which a lot of people in trailers are not, it's a powered sewer exhaust system. It can get your the nasty business of taking care of your sewer stuff done twice as quickly. It's a powered exhaust with a macerator, so it doesn't tend to clog, and it can even push uphill like 15 feet. So there's a lot of benefits to it, and it does have a bypass, by the way. This is an interesting little pocket right here on the kitchen slide, because that's what this has, is a kitchen slide. That is, you can't get to it really from the inside, so they open it up to the exterior, and I like that. I like that they didn't waste anything. We have Goodyear radial tires on here with upgraded rubber shock dampening suspension system, galvanized steel wheel wells. These have the highest sidewall integrity rating of any tire used anywhere remotely close to this market segment. About the only thing better would be the Goodyear Beast tires found on the big Jacyo fifth wheels. These are the Goodyear Endurance, which is still so far above and beyond what you normally get at this category. Integrated fuel station here. Now this will share a fuel cell with the generator. If you're seeing some smokiness float into the screen, it is cold today. I've got my heated socks and heated pants and heated face and heated everything going on. Patio party deck. Interesting thing about this is, like, everybody's got one of these, so why am I even talking about it? Why is it still special to me? Jacyo uses a different door. It's actually got a heavier rating on it. Normal toy hauler door is rated for 3,000 pounds. This is actually rated for 3,800. A little heavier build on it. And those radius corners are the giveaway. The radius corners let you know that this is a different style door. You talk to any structural engineer, and they're going to say, yep, radius corners, those are definitely stronger than 90-degree dog-eared corners. Not that they're, you can build things with 90-degree corners that are perfectly acceptable. But this is built with the idea of being better, stronger, longer lasting. Now, you do have a full retractable screen wall, not the roll-down tent wall or anything like that in this. So you do have the full retractable screen back there. Very cool aspect of this floor plan is with that all of the living room, all of the kitchen, all of the fixtures and things are pushed up front. So that if you move those chairs, if you move that dinette, if you fold that bench up against the wall, you have 15 foot of load space unobstructed on the left side, and you have 16 foot of space on the left side and 15 foot on the right side. You lose 1 foot on the right side due to the entertainment center. So the your floor decking right here, actually it's very interesting the way that Jacyo does their toy hauler flooring. When you get to the garage section, what they denote as the garage section, you actually get like a 3-inch thick laminated floor, and they do that to maintain insulation levels in the garage area. The remainder of the floor in the living area is actually constructed meaning not laminated. You know, you've got normal studs and whatnot periodically, and that is enclosed and heated and protected underneath. We've got outside TV hookups over here, black tank flush. Man, those tires are big. You know, you set this next to something else, and by the way, oh my God, I should have said this way sooner. It is lighter than I thought it was going to be. That being said, this is not lightweight. This is a 9,300-pound trailer, empty and dry. So we are out of half-ton capacity here. You're most definitely a 3/4-ton tower. So, kind of begs the question, why wouldn't you just get a fifth wheel? You know, it's the first question that I had, and really, there's a lot of reasons to go fifth wheel, but there's also a lot of reasons to stay trailer. This will save you money as compared to an equivalent fifth wheel, but you also maintain your truck bed. So, you know, sometimes people have a cap, anything like that. It gives you the extra flexibility to do whatever you want there. Now, you do have a front storage compartment that goes under the bed. Unfortunately, with the weather today, with a negative wind chill when the wind's blowing, it is froze up right now, so I couldn't quite get that open. It is sealed and protected, though, and one of the other things I should have talked about immediately was the fact that this is a Jacyo, which you probably discerned, but what does that mean? It means it's got twice the warranty out there. I'm not really aware of a lot of other brands that build a full 2-year coverage warranty out there. There's a lot of 1 year, and there's a lot of these structural warranties, and there's nothing wrong with having that protection of a structural warranty, but the reason that manufacturers offer that structural warranty is because those are things that aren't really known for potential of failure. Jacyo's full 2-year coverage warranty is the longest, most involved full coverage warranty out there. It's twice as long as basically anybody else out there. So this is built for long-term use, ownership, peace of mind. I mean, it's a trailer built spec to spec for a fifth wheel, effectively, which is kind of cool. In a lot of ways, this actually is a higher equipment, trim, and amenity level than a Jacyo Talon fifth wheel, like that brown nose, white skin thing you see sticking out over there. We carry a lot of different brands of toy haulers, guys. They all have good advantages. Like in the background, you might see a Fusion or an Impact. You can see some of the Cherokee toy haulers over here. We got a Wolfpack over there. We carry a lot of different brands of toy haulers, and they all bring different things to the table. This is a fairly unique and specific draw right here. This is not Larry Lunchbucket and Joe Sixpack's toy hauler. This is definitely something like, hey, I'm going to buy a toy hauler. I'm going to have this thing for 10, 15 years. This is absolutely the kind of thing that should be on your list. When you step inside the T30F Octane here at Haylett RV, you start to see a whole different world. This is not at all a new floor plan. This is just a new floor plan for the Midwest. This has existed out west for years. I call this one the California Special. It's got more of just a wide open design. And what that creates, this is opposite of what I mentioned on the video on the exterior, because I'm backwards now, but you have 16 foot on the right side. So from where this kitchen counter ends to that back wall, you have 16 feet. Obviously, you'll want to fold that bench up against the wall to accommodate that. Now, if you remove the pedestal table, if you move those Euro-style folding rocker swivel recliners, you have up to 15 feet on this side. You lose 1 foot because of the little entertainment stand right there. So this gives you the ability to load every current thing on the market, ATVs, all that stuff, those big side-by-sides, all your razors, all that stuff can be loaded in here. If we start with the garage back here, you notice that it's dovetailed because, once again, like I said, this is a travel trailer with the heart of a fifth wheel. It's a crossover in that regard, I guess you could say, even though this is a very purist, like true toy hauler. These recessed D-rings that you have all the way up to the kitchen counter, they've got a 5,000-pound pull rating because they're actually basically screwed into reinforcement plates that come directly off the chassis. So, they basically have direct chassis reinforcement. They're 5,000-pound pull rated. You've got these dual, huge rear crossbreeze windows, although you do gain the benefit of these little snap-on blackout shades. Now, those are really handy if you're using the rear power bed and sofas back here as like bunks, because that's another just awesome use of toy haulers. We are finding about 50% of our toy hauler customers are actually bunkhouse customers who can't find a bunkhouse that meets their needs. But toy haulers, interestingly, can fit that need very well many times. So you have multiple different arrangements here. You can drop just those sofa benches They can obviously convert into a bed the way that they're folded together right now. Now this does have the cool system where, like right now, I've got this set up for maximum load width, so that you have maximum side-to-side capacity. But you can fold those things against the wall, kind of covering those windows in transit to give you maximum load height as well. You gain about, I don't know, 9 inches or so. Now you can see how that cushion is kind of tufted up top. This comes with this really big folding leg table that you can use anywhere on the campsite. You can use it out on the patio deck. You can use it here between the benches. You can take it out in front of the RV by your TV hookups. You can do anything you want with it. Now, all these windows are going to open for ventilation. Another awesome aspect of this floor plan is it is very accessible in transit. You've got your main entry door back here, I guess you could say, but you do have a second entry door to the bedroom, and the bedroom has access to the bathroom. So you can basically get to everything in transit if you need. Now, each of the, I guess if you're using it again as a bed, has its own little light here that I haven't turned on, but you've got extra little lighting for the kids whenever you need it. The flooring, this is a completely carpetless model other than the little carpet square that I tossed in here so I could, wipe off my snowy shoes. So this is extremely easy to clean. The idea here is you spend more time RVing, you spend less time cleaning. Now, one of the things I was most excited about on this year's entire Octane family is they really softened up the woodwork. Personally, I was never super happy with that black, near black finish that they had on the cabinetry. It felt, I don't know, it was oppressive to me. But you know what, maybe it's very popular somewhere. At heart, I am that traditional Midwestern boy, and I don't know, I like brown cabinets in a camper. That's just me. Sometimes you can get me going for a nice modern gray, but I never got into the whole black thing. I don't know, there are certain brands that seem to do it well. This, again, historically, this has always been like either a J-Flight or an Eagle toy hauler in spirit, and it is really hard for me to think of a Jacyo and think black cabinetry like that. So, back to the point at hand. This being very tall, this being very wide, these are huge cabinets. And if you get really close, you can actually see they're using the same extremely high-gloss hardwood door frames here that they're using up in their fifth wheels, like the Talons and whatnot. Seismic uses completely different cabinet doors. Those things are something to behold. We'll have those in here shortly, I believe. Now, air conditioner. This has actually got 2 ACs on it. Now, that's an option. We optioned on the second air conditioner here because, once again, our logic on this is that it's very much like a flat deck fifth wheel, and it is 50 amp service. And we thought, why not exploit that? At this point, guys, this is not the dollar cheapest travel trailer toy hauler you could look at. It's already got the generator installed. There's thousands of dollars there. At this point, we're like, you know what? Let's go whole hog. Let's put the second AC on it. Let's really crank this thing up and take it out for a spin and see what she can do. So I already mentioned the fully easily movable. These are very lightweight. That's what I like about them. Swivel, rocking, reclining Euro chairs here. I really like this sort of like couples dinette arrangement, and that's what's neat about this. This could work for couples. This could work for families. You could entertain friends. The kitchen arrangement is awesome because in any friendly get-together, there's always the bartender. Am I right? If there's a couple drinks going, there's always that one person behind the bar is like, hey, what you got? What can I get you? What are we making today? And this floor plan really has that fun feel, but at the same time, let's say that you're not the young gun you used to be, or that's just not your thing. Like, I'm not a big drinker or anything like that. I never really was. It's just not my thing. Well, it's got a very good kitchen arrangement for just family use. It's got an awesome pantry, all kinds of drawers. It's a very condensed but very effective kitchen. That whole kitchen is in the slide, and it works extremely well. Now, you'll notice all of our countertops, tabletops, any top, every top is tip top, and it's all sealed edged, like pressed membrane, so there's no areas where water can penetrate in there. And I think that's more critical in toy haulers than any other segment of the market, because you are going to introduce more open air, more humidity, more moisture into this RV. You know, when you crack the rear tailgate from the exhaust of the vehicle or bikes or whatever, which is why you have these air vents here, by the way, so you can get that exhaust out when you're traveling. They don't do much, they do enough. They just help, you know, it's not like a torrent of air back here. It just does what it needs to. Now, your TV is going to be included. that was pulled out before I could get to it, unfortunately, but your TV is included, but you do get to see how it does have that nice swing arm here. So whether you're sitting on the sofa, whether you're sitting here at the Euro chairs, which you could easily put with this wide table, you could put both chairs on this side of the table and enjoy TV. Meanwhile, you've got 4 opposing mega cross breeze windows, 2 in the, I guess we'll call it garage, and then 2 up here in what we'll call the living room, even though it's an open concept. You get the idea. A big, wider 30-inch entry door, by the way. This floor plan, I don't know why. The extra width of that door is always very obvious to me in here. Maybe it's just because you can really stare straight at it. Refrigerator is even a little bit bigger in here. I mean, everything in this is bigger. Nothing in this is designed to be the base level. More rugged stainless sink. You see, we've got the nice covers here, so we've got a better sink. We have better countertops. I love the positioning of this wastebasket. That's something a lot of RVs forget. And look at the wastebasket cover itself, how thick it is. You could knock somebody out with that thing, and I'm not sure I'm really exaggerating when I say that. Full storage below the sink. I would say that'd be a nice spot for a wastebasket, but you don't have to do it in here. You have storage below your stainless oven, which is below the stainless microwave. The full stainless appliance bundle in here, if you haven't noticed. Longer lasting pocket screwed cabinetry. Now let me open this up here, because there is a lot of storage in this area right here. Pardon me for a minute. Oh, take my gloves off. Look at that, like a charm. Oh no, my wedding ring's stuck. Oh God. I'm just batting 1,000 today, aren't we? So full pantry, like double pantry, actually. Just all kinds of storage capacity going on in this thing now that I'm not, ripping my fingers off with my wedding ring. Plywood box drawers, all full extension. And I also like the fact, the reason I was even able to get my wedding ring stuck in there is because they do have full handle cabinet pulls. Now, I can't quite get my double layer heated mittens in there, but that's, I tell you what, I'll deal with that. In the meantime, my fingers do not have frostbite. Bathroom. Step in the bathroom. Now, being a toy hauler, this has an extra tall shower. Headroom clearance is not a problem here. I think you've got like an extra 3 feet, maybe 2.5, 3 feet above that. However, this is like one of the biggest vanity cabinets I think I've ever seen. And you maintain the same pressed membrane countertops in here that you have in the kitchen. And you'll notice you're even getting a nice little stainless sink right here. They open up every little area they can. Because your ceiling in here is so tall, the chances of you actually reaching that power roof vent are slim to none. So they are kind enough to include a nice little wall switch over here so you can get to it. Another nice touch I found in this bathroom is this just floor to ceiling linen cabinet. Now, is it very tall up top there? Yes. Yes, it is. But they didn't waste it. They didn't waste anything in here. As I pass from the bathroom to the bedroom, I go through what is actually a sliding pocket privacy door. And right here, we actually have a new king bed. And that's an upgrade. I'm not going to say, I don't believe that I'm the reason for that. But that was something that I was really asking for and suggesting from the Jacyo Toy Hauler team. Is you guys have a wide body RV. You can't shove a king bed into a narrow, or standard body camper and make it very comfortable. Very few brands have ever found a way to successfully do that. Like maybe Cougar here at Haylit's about one of the few. But now, with a wide body, we can go with the wider king bed and still have room to walk around the bed over here. Now, because the walls are so big and everything, they could go with extra large windows. I had to pull the shade on that one so we could see in here. Otherwise, the natural light would screw with the camera. And we have just huge max height hanging closets and a full overhead shelf there. Neat little thing, too. You actually have 2 bedroom light switches. You've got the normal ceiling cabin switches that you see around the second optional air conditioner right here. But then you actually have headboard lights right there, and the switch for those is on this cabinet on this side. Now remember, this second door right here is what gives this RV its traveling access, so that if you're going down the road, if it's parked, you don't have to run the slide open, you can still basically get to everything. And I guess maybe that's why this is their most successful layout, because it's so flexible. It can just do everything. Like I said, it can be a serious toy hauler for the biggest toys. You could put just a golf cart in it. You could put a moped in it. You can put nothing in it and use it like a bunkhouse. You got big kayaks or whatnot. Because I talk to a lot of people who, like, man, I need something to haul my kayaks, but these 10, 12 foot garages won't handle my bigger kayak that I like to use or whatever. Well, this can haul anything, or it could haul nothing. Either way. I will tell you though, I do recommend you do haul it with something in it, or you load heavy on the back end. One of the things that throws people off is in a travel trailer toy hauler, people are like, oh my god, they have so much tongue weight. Like our delivery driver actually from Jacyo, professional driver with a dually. He says, my truck handles it fine, don't get me wrong, but man, it squatted it more than I thought it was going to. Well, it's got a generator up front, it's got all that extra weight, the slide is up front, and there's nothing in the back. The back is hollow, so you really need to put some stuff in the back of this if you want it to tow nicely. So there you have it. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy Hail It camping, everyone.